Hello, lovelies, and welcome back to what I think may be the final installment of Let's Play Resident Evil 7. We're right near the end now. It's Evelyn. And... no, piss off. There's me demonetized for this episode. Oh, hello. What are you doing, Ethan? You look great. You doing something different with your hair or something? Best sequence in the game coming up now.
Hey, shh! I know. I'm not gonna hurt you.
It's Jack and Zoe.
I never would have if I could have helped you. What do you mean? I'm no killer, son. Neither is Marguerite, nor my boy Lucas.
Ah, Lucas definitely is.
Or even Zoe here.
Lucas definitely is, but you guys are all right.
She did this.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is she? Now, what did she do to you? She infected us with her gift. That's what she calls it.
I love this moment. I love it.
I found her near a busted out tank in the bayou. Everything changed after that.
This game's got the best voice acting of any Resi game ever.
No, not exactly, son. She forces her way into your mind, your soul. You can't fight back.
I love Jack. Jack is such a great character in this
You
game.
are connected to her, and you can't resist the urge to. Oh, you're a different person after that.
Just like Mia. So Mia sent me that message because of Evelyn.
Listen, the girl just wants a family of her own. She's the key. All right? You find her, you stop her. Ethan, free my family. Please.
I love the fact Jack and the other Bakers have this moment of pathos and the way it inverts what you expect from the beginning. I mean, at the beginning of the game, you automatically assume that they are the antagonists. Ooh.
Don't hurt him. Silly, I told you I'm not gonna hurt him.
Ah, so we're Ethan again. And we're inside the fungus.
You're not my mommy. Remember?
Oh, she's a horrible little brat, isn't she? Not her fault, though. Not her fault. She was kind of made that way. You know, literally made that way. Yeah, at the beginning of... ah, no, you stay away from me, Mia. Probably chopped my hand off and God knows what else. This is all your fault anyway.
Mia, how?
There's no time. You have to get out of here and find her. Here, take this.
What? Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, no!
You need to go. I won't be able to resist for much longer.
Oh, no! So all of that shit with the cure, the fact... yeah, absolutely.
Mia!
Oh, and the fact that we denied it to Zoe as well, it was all for nothing. It was all for nothing! Jesus. Yeah, so the game, it bombards you with images that you know from horror cinema. So the meal with the family is directly out of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You automatically think that they are the antagonists one way or the other. And it turns out that they're not. It's all your fault. Oh dear. They're not. They're victims. Well, most of them are. Lucas isn't. Lucas is an arsehole. He was an arsehole from when he was a kid. He has severe problems, does Lucas. But the other Bakers don't deserve any of this. You know, even Jack, who's been kind of like, you know, our antagonist since the beginning of the game, doesn't deserve it. He's a victim. None of this is his fault. Or Marguerite. None of it is their fault. Or Zoe. You know, if you want to blame anyone, Lucas and Mia. Mia's the one, really. Mia's at fault here. None of this would have happened were it not for Mia. Oh, it's a helicopter. That's is that heartening or is that not? Do you know? That could very easily be a very bad thing for us. It's nice to be out of that bloody ship. Where are we, though? Oh, look, all the fish are dead. Ugh. That's creepy. There's bound to be something hidden in the water around here, isn't there? Ah, yes, of course. Ooh, shells of some description. That's good. That's nice to have. Why are all the fish dead? Is it because we're so close to the mine? Is it like chemicals leaching out or something? If that's the case, Ethan probably shouldn't be in the water. Then again, I mean, considering where he's already been and what he's already experienced, I don't suppose it matters all that much, really. Okay, so we're going into the mines next. This is kind of like the third act of the game, and again it shifts gears quite dramatically. It becomes kind of like an action horror game now. Aha! There's one of Jack's football figures there. What have we got here? Hello. Enhanced handgun ammo. February the 18th, 1892. There was a collapse in the Patterson mine. Toon and Beckford are dead, and Huxley will never walk on his own again. Old man Stan was right. The ground here is too unstable. Ah, alright. Fair enough. That's heartening, you know, considering we're actually going to go into the mine. February 19th, 1892. The company's not going to send us any replacements. They want us to work double shifts instead. I can't wait to get back to the old country. Why do we get the impression that whoever wrote this never went back to the old country? Just the feeling, you know? What did I say? Abercrombie Salt Mine, South Dalby. Abercrombie. I like that name. Not one you hear very often, certainly not here in the UK. Still don't know what they're for. Hang on, what's this? It's the helicopter. Anything written on it? I mean... Hello? Are they watching us from that helicopter? Probably. Yeah. Most likely. It's a radio! Ah, yeah, look! Okay, so this is one of Lucas's little hideouts. I'll cut all of my saving and whatnot. I now have enough coins to get the big gun. There is not much ammo for this thing, but it packs a wallop, so it's worth it. And I might as well put one into there as well. We only missed a few of the coins. We didn't do too badly, actually. So we've got the big gun now. Not much ammo for it, but we've got the big gun. That'll come in useful a little later. Hello?
Alpha 1, this is Bravo 1. Do you read?
Bravo.
Report. Did you find anything? A thorough search of the Baker property revealed 0 survivors. Repeat, 0 survivors. We did find evidence of a skirmish.
A skirmish? Call it that, yes.
However, we did find several encrypted messages from the Baker's son Lucas to an unknown third party. Probably guess who that was. That's just great.
Yeah, Lucas has been talking to people.
Mine south of the property. I'm gonna go have a look. Roger that. We'll meet you at those coordinates.
Do we,
Orders are shoot to kill. Repeat. Shoot to kill.
Okay, do we really want to run into these people? I mean, there's every likelihood they'll kill us, you know. There is every likelihood they'll try to kill us, you know, as a way of cleaning up. But we've got all of our stuff back. That's nice. Gonna bloody need it, I'm telling you. The game now becomes a more sort of action horror where it is just like it's a bit more like the previous Resident Evils in many respects. It's primarily action now until we get to the end, and we are very close to the end actually. So let's get some ammo. All the ammo we come across now is going to be precious, all of it. So we've got to be careful and use any trick we can to maintain our ammo and conserve it. Ah, there's loads of bloody molded down here, loads of them. They are every bloody where. This is where you really start to see that there's a slight discrepancy in the game with regards to how the molded take damage. Some of these will die quickly and some of them won't, and it doesn't really matter where you hit them. They do have different hitboxes on their bodies, like headshots cause more damage obviously, but even that doesn't always work. Like some of them their heads will explode, some of them will die with a couple of shots, some of them will take 3 or 4. Regardless of where you hit them, it's an odd thing. It's something they've actually fixed really well in Resi 8. I've got to say, the action elements are much better in Resi 8 than in this one. Primarily, I imagine, because Resi 8 just isn't... Oh, look at these guys looming over us. it just isn't as compromised by the need for the VR system, because Resi 8 doesn't have it. This one of the things that did. It's a brilliant experience. Don't get me wrong. The VR is. I would recommend it for this game. The VR is fantastic in this game if you can handle it. If it doesn't make you sick or dizzy or whatever. But as a result of that, the game is a little bit more compromised than it might have otherwise been. That said, it's bloody good. I mean, it's an amazing recreation of Resident Evil. It really is. The fact that it's so different from everything that's gone before, that they've really taken a chance with this game, is very impressive. Very impressive indeed. I've got a coffee, by the way, so I'm going to be slurping at this throughout. Yes, I'm recording this in a break from editing a short story collection, so yeah, coffee is a must. But it's hurting my head, the editing at the moment, so I need to take a break. And this is it. Ah, a herb. I wonder why that's here at the construction site. I wonder what the miners are actually doing. Okay, no time like the present, I suppose. Gotta go down into the mines. I mean, this is a bit of a break as well from tradition in Resident Evil. There's always a descent at the end of the Resident Evil games to sort of like an underground area, but it's usually an underground laboratory. It's like in Resi 1, 2 and 3, where you find a secret umbrella laboratory beneath the Arclay Manor, beneath the Raccoon City Police Station, or beneath the Raccoon City Hospital, respectively. There's no underground labs here. There's just the mine. Okay, here we go. This is difficult. There are tons of molded down here. Yes, that went well. Surprisingly well. Suspiciously well. In fact, I don't like how well that went. Look, Lucas has been down here as well. There are trip mines and stuff everywhere. You've got to be very careful. I don't want to shoot them because they're going to be very useful for conserving ammo later. I can lead the molded into the mines, yeah? The fact that Lucas has been down here should worry us all. By the way, I will be doing the DLC in which we... Ah, it's a big one! In which we will find out exactly what happened to Lucas. Alright, you, come on, blunder into it. Yay! That was fun. And again. Yeah, this is really useful actually. There's also a lot of secret stuff in this mine. There's lots of like little caches and things that you need to keep an eye out for. This area is fabulous in VR, as you can imagine. Although, a lot of people don't like this section because it is a bit of a shooting gallery. It is just killing the lots and lots and lots of molded. That's pretty much it, to be honest, in this area. It's almost like it's making up for the stealth section with the ship. I would say this act is probably the weakest in the game. My favourite is the first one with the house. I think that is fabulous. I think it's absolutely wonderful. I really like the ship too, but it's not bad. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not as good as the others. Okay, this is where it really kicks off. You've got to be really careful because they can come from anywhere. They drop down from the walls, they seep out of holes in the ceiling and all sorts of shit. And any ammunition, or the means to make ammunition, is precious at this point. Okay, alright, let's be very... Ooh, delicious. Let's be very careful. Very careful, because they are going to turn up. There's going to be some here. There we go. See? Aha! Got your legs. That was fun. I love the way they flop about when they ain't got any legs. I think that's hilarious myself. God, this thing is taking some bloody killing, I'm telling you. despite the fact that it's suffered tons of damage from my mine, it just will not die. Look. I mean, this is a good example of what I'm talking about. We got multiple headshots on that thing. It's taken damage from the mine and it's still not dying. There's a certain inconsistency amongst the molded. I don't quite know why. As I say, Resi 8 fixes that completely. And we will be going on to Resi 8 directly after we've done the DLC for this game, because it's so good. I loved Resi 8. It's bonkers. It's like, do not expect it to be like this game. Expect none of the psychological horror. There is psychological horror in it, but it's not the same. It's surreal. It's wampy. Hello, where did you come from? Not that it matters, because you dead. Well, you're going to be in a moment. I'm going to shoot you. Oh, where did you come from? You've only got one arm. The molded are a great creation, actually. They're a very clever replacement for the zombies. And I like that Capcom are moving away from the zombies now, because, you know, the zombies are great. Everybody, who doesn't love the Resident Evil zombies? But we get the zombies from the remakes, you know? We've seen how that looks and works in the present day, the current console generation. With the remakes of Resi 1, 2 and 3. We don't really need it anymore. Unless they go on to make Code Veronica, which I suppose they've kind of got to. If they're gonna do the whole series, if they're gonna remake the whole series and sort of bring everything bang up to date, then they've got to do Code Veronica, which is going to be very interesting. Because that's one that not many people really played when it originally came out, because it was on the Dreamcast. And who had a Dreamcast, you know? I mean, I had one eventually, but it wasn't until well after the console had completely failed, you know? And it's a shame. The Dreamcast was a wonderful console. It was really, really well put together and very powerful for its era as well. Had some stonking games on it. It just didn't sell very well. I mean, Sega have made some very bad business decisions, really. From way back, starting way back in the 16-bit era, they started making bad decisions. And it hasn't really stopped since then. And it's a shame, because the Dreamcast deserved better. I mean, the Saturn deserved better. The Saturn wasn't a bad console by any means. It was just hampered by some very, very bad corporate decisions. Like, really bad corporate decisions. It's such a shame. But Resident Evil Code Veronica was originally on the Dreamcast. Look, you can see Lucas has been here. Arsehole. Right, let's just get that. There we go. Wunderbar. Now, where are we going? I thought I was writing then. It's not, it's just stains. Aha! One of Lucas's little makeshift labs where he's been... Oh, there's a laptop too. Yeah, he's been busy in here. Busy boy. Been growing molded in the bathtubs. I like the fact you can cultivate them in bathtubs. That's kind of cool. I kind of want to grow some of my own. Okay. Yep, nothing in here. Let's see what's on the laptop. Friday, January the 16th, 2015, 12:42 AM. Thanks to you guys, it's been about a week since my head's been clear and back to normal, and she still thinks she's got me. You guys really need to work on fixing that. And not only does she look like a little kid, but she's about as stupid as one too. Ooh, Lucas, you're playing with fire, mate. You are playing with fire. She won't be happy about that. Mom and Dad are still totally under, though. I was wondering, is this whole family obsession something you guys programmed into her? It's kind of fucked up. Lucas is kind of refreshing in a way. Friday, November the 4th, 2015. That bitch Mia is still somewhere in between Evie La La Land and reality. She gets pretty violent, so I locked her up in a cell. I thought maybe Evelyn would get mad since Mia's her favourite and all, but she doesn't seem to care. She actually goes and visits her sometimes. She thinks Mia's her mummy. Like I said, your bioweapon is fucked up. Lucas, he plays with fire, doesn't he? He reminds me like of Cletus Cassidy or of characters like that, you know? Evelyn's family obsession is getting out of hand. She's making everyone kidnap more and more assholes off the street to add to her freak show of a family. Maybe she's getting tired of Mia not coming round, but it's a pain in the ass for me because I gotta clean up the mess whenever someone new comes along. So Lucas has never been under her control. He's actually freed himself and he's been acting as though he is. Evelyn might have known, but, you know. By the way, Evie's looking sick or something. Her skin is getting all wrinkly and she's getting grey hairs. Is that supposed to happen? It's almost like she's getting old all of a sudden. Yeah? You get it? Anyway. Yeah, because the Evelyn we've seen hasn't been old, of course, but you have to bear in mind, the Evelyn we've seen isn't Evelyn. There's a makeshift lab down here. So whoever Lucas has been talking to, this report details the symptoms that appear when the bacterium that grows inside of the E-Series infects a human. Be sure to read the document thoroughly before dealing with the E-Series weaponized assets, hereafter referred to as mold. Nice. I mean, couldn't you just chuck some chlorine over it? Initial infection. The mold ingests nutrients from the subject's body to propagate itself and slowly takes over cells within the body. As a side effect of this, the infected subject gains remarkable regenerative abilities. During experiments, we removed arms and legs from test subjects and found that they were able to co-opt the amputated limbs in a matter of minutes. Ugh, that's not nice. Mid-stage infection. Once the mold reaches the brain, the subject's thoughts become in tune with those of the E-Series asset. The subject starts to hear things and experience hallucinations, and soon becomes under complete control of the E-Series asset. If this state continues, the host will lose all sense of ego. Ugh. Complete infection. After every cell in the body has been taken over by the mold, the subject begins to lose their human form. Physical mutations differ from case to case, but all result in him or her acquiring incredible physical strength. Containing a subject at this stage would be extremely difficult. Yeah, I know! I've been doing it for the last God knows how many hours, days, God knows how long Ethan's been here. So, it looks like whoever Ethan was talking to, it's a company that wanted Evelyn. It's someone who wanted Evelyn, some bioweapon company. Could have even been Umbrella, or what's left of Umbrella. 10 minutes after dose... Oh, death. Necrotoxin E-Series, dosage test. Ooh. Oh, God. 5 minutes after dose, vomiting. Yeah, I've seen that. Remember Alan? Blech. 12 minutes after dose, cell calcification. Yummy! What's this thing? That looks important. Oh, hello. Target acquired. Okay. What is it? Oh, hello! It's this again. Have we got anything to put in there? Yes, we do. E-necrotoxin destroys cells of any subject based on the E-Series bioweapon model. Used only for disposal of E-Series assets. The toxin must first be stimulated before use. Do this by placing a sample of an E-Series cells into the necrotoxin container. Well, it just so happens we have a sample of E-Series cells. We have Evelyn cells. So let's put them in there. Okay, so that's what this thing is for. Ew. Oh, okay. So that is the E-necrotoxin. That's what we need to dispose of Evelyn. Lovely. It's green. Nice. Oh, what have we got here? Why are the cat boxes everywhere? What the fuck were they doing? This project was instigated in 2000 as one of several concepts for the company's NextBAS, Next Generation Experimental Battlefield Superiority Initiative, working with technical assistance from HCF to develop a bioweapon for neutralizing combatants en masse with minimal direct contact. NextBAS was later folded and all its assets diverted to this project. What makes this project markedly different from conventional weapons is its ability to turn enemy combatants into allies, converting hostile elements into willing servants. Yeah, I kind of get that. It's as a bioweapon, it's amazing, I suppose, you know. Since this effectively eliminates the costs of not only POW handling but also combat itself, it's no wonder we had the Blur and even the Blur's organization chomping at the bit to get on board. Yeah. There isn't like a military or power, like an imperialist regime on Earth that wouldn't want it. The project would never have existed were it not for the discovery and the remarkably progressed vicariant evolution fungus that we commonly term the mutamycete. The fabrication method of each bioweapon was to introduce the mutamycete genome to the pre-stage 4 human embryo and perform cultivation in a controlled environment over a period of 38 to 40 weeks. The resultant organisms were referred to as candidate specimens and graded based on usability from the impractical and faulty. Yes. Impractical and faulty, God knows. Series A through D to the perfected E series. A common appearance was selected for the bioweapons, that of a roughly 10-year-old girl, to ensure ease of blending in with urban refugee populations. That's fucking vile. The first E series specimen, named Evelyn, is proved capable of secreting the mutamycete blah, 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 from her tissue at will. It is also of note that Evelyn's mutamycete imposes a profound control of a body and mind when introduced into a host organism. We still have a lot to learn about the mechanism by which Evelyn achieves and maintains this control, but the working theory is that the vector is similar to the auto-inducer pheromones used to quorum sensing in Pseudomonas bacteria. I know a lot of those words, but I don't know them in context. Evelyn's control is exerted in a series of discrete stages, the first of which is hallucination. Almost immediately after infection, the subject begins to see images of Evelyn, though she is not in fact there, and even hear her voice, which is inaudible to anyone else. Auditions with infected subjects throughout the stages of infection revealed that at first the phantom of Evelyn appears to be a normal young girl, sometimes desiring companionship or assistance. As time progresses, she begins making more and more extreme demands, including self-mutilation and attacks on other people. Oh, that's not nice. The psychological shock this induces helps to break down the mind's natural barriers to Evelyn's brainwashing effect, and by the time mental control is achieved, the mutamycete infection has progressed throughout the body's cells, so the body redacted. That's profoundly unpleasant. So they deliberately cultivated her to look like a little girl so she'd be inconspicuous. Ew, that's horrible. Lots of files round here. Don't you guys keep anything on a bloody computer? Okay. Evelyn's functions also include the ability to form organisms from mycelia, the fungal filaments. The term organism is used loosely here. Strictly speaking, they are superorganisms formed of countless mycelia. What's important, though, is that they exhibit a strong survival instinct and will defend themselves ferociously with the slightest provocation. Their fungal toughness and remarkable strength give them significant battlefield potential. The researchers have been calling these superorganisms the moulded. Made of mould and also moulded as in shaped, the name has a certain elegance to it. Elegant isn't a word I would use in description of them, particularly the big ones. Yeah. For the treatment of accidental infections, performing blur on samples of Evelyn's body tissue produces a unique fungicidal serum. Administering the serum to an infected subject will cause the mycelia to calcify, but if the subject's cells are already largely invaded, the serum will be fatal. Since the treatment window is so small, the serum's primary use is therefore disposal of infected subjects rather than a cure. Yeah, I've seen that. In exploring the serum's potential, we found that subjecting it to blur would enhance its effects to extreme potency, becoming a compound we now call E-necrotoxin, which blur in even tiny amounts. Okay, so this is a background, essentially. What's been interesting to observe in Evelyn's behaviour is her obsession with the concept of family. In experiments, we found on multiple occasions that infected subjects were compelled to act as her mother or father, treating her as if she were really their daughter. Why did she settle upon family as the theme of her mental control? This is just speculation, but it could be that she instinctively understands that a family unit is better suited to blending into social groups than a lone girl. Interesting. On the other hand, well, a sentimental sort might suggest that she's making up for her perceived lack of love in her quarantine upbringing, a parent's love. Yeah, I suppose that's part of it. I suppose that is part of it, you know? It's all very sad either way. I mean, even if she is just acting, like in mercenary terms, as a bioweapon, that, ooh, lovely. It's still very sad. She's still a victim. She was still, like, cultivated in a lab somewhere, and she can't really help what she is. But that was basically just the background bit, where we learn practically everything about Evelyn. Well, that's interesting. That door's locked. I wonder what's behind there. Let's have a look. What's down here? Anything? Not sure. It sounds and feels very sinister, though. Very sinister. So yeah, that's Evelyn. That's what we've been experiencing. She is an entire bioweapon produced in a lab for a very specific purpose. A really hideous one, actually. A monstrously imperialist one. She's much worse in many respects than most of the other bioweapons we've seen. And oh god, the thought of like governments or military structures getting a hold of something like Evelyn, it doesn't bear thinking about, does it? But this is I love the Resident Evil universe. It's a world where that sort of thing does and can happen, you know? I mean, for the most part, it's not really explored in any great, like, philosophical or political terms. Oh, shut up, Evelyn. You creepy creature. Do you hear what she's humming? It's the theme tune. It's the Don't Tell Aunt Rhody. We're gonna get the full... Ooh. That is creepy. We're gonna get the full version of that, by the way, at the end of the game. The credit sequence in this game is spectacular. It really is. It's not just a normal credit sequence. You'll see. It's... Fuck you! Yep, here they come. This section, it is just like bonkers. This is where it just kicks off. It's just molded thousands of the damn things. So you better hope that you've saved some ammo for this point, because if you haven't, this is gonna be tough. And the whole mine shakes and stuff falls from the ceiling, and it's just crazy. This whole segment is a crazy one. And they just keep coming as well. I remember this segment from when I first played it. It took me ages to get through. Shut up, you! Ugh, God, look at the structures of mold everywhere. These things, these bombs are... They are worth their weight in gold. They really are. I can't aim for shit. Not in this game, I can't. I don't know why the aiming is much improved in Resi 8. It really is. I imagine again that's because it's not hampered by having to conform to the VR helmet. Also, there's the fact that I'm just shit at aiming. You know, there's that too. I'm not making excuses for my own terrible incapacities in that regard. The music's great at this point too. Kind of epic, you know? Mind you, they went hard on this game, Capcom. It was obviously a labour of love, you know? They put so much effort into it. And I can, even for all of its faults, and there are a few, you know, it's not perfect. None of the Resident Evil games are perfect. There's problems with all of them. But this one is probably one of the best. For my money, this is one of the best. Some people didn't like it because it's kind of too much of a departure, which I get, you know. It's entirely possible that this could have been a separate series, you know, that it didn't necessarily have to be attached to the Resident Evil series. That's very true. Kibbles. That's very true. But that said, I'm kind of glad that it is. I think it takes the series in fascinating directions. Look at them, there's thousands of them. Ugh. There's a segment coming up, by the way, that's bullshit. Oh crap. We're running out of ammo. Doesn't matter though. This is pretty much the last section. We're not going to need that much ammunition much longer. We're nearly done. But yeah, there's a section coming up that is pure grade A bullshit. Oh, look at this. Look at that. The structure of the mold. And here it is. This is the segment. I hate this. There's a fight coming up here. This bit. We're going to have to face two of the big ones in a very narrow environment, and they can hit us from pretty much anywhere with their vomit. It's very hard to get anywhere in this section. Ethan isn't really maneuverable enough to evade them, so a lot of this is pot luck. It takes a lot of doing this. If you haven't saved quite a bit of your ammunition and quite a few explosives here, it's very, very, very difficult indeed. Look, they're so difficult to evade. So difficult. And the game doesn't really give you very much at this point either. It's tough. This fight is probably the toughest in the game. Just because of the way the environment is, the way it's so contained. And that vomit attack, there's no point in hiding behind things. It will hit you. It will still hit you. You've just got to blat them, really, with everything you've got. And hope that they bloody die. That one actually is a different type. That one's bigger than the others, than all the others we've faced. Blech. I love the noises they make. Look, he's bigger than all of them. Oh, God. And if they catch you in a fusillade like that, you can't get out of it. Because of the way Ethan staggers, you actually can't get away from them. Blech. Nearly done. I think one of them's down. It's just a really big one now. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. There we go. Got to keep away from them, though, because they will go bang like that. Okay. That is a tough fight, believe me. Okay, let's just gather up what we missed, and we're nearly out. We're nearly out of the mines. When we're out of the mines, we're pretty much done. God, I didn't realise this would be such a short set. I thought the mines would take me longer. I really did. They did when I first played it, that's for damn sure, when I didn't know what I was doing. Okay. Also, don't try to escape them by coming up the ladder. They'll just vomit at you and you'll fall. And that'll be it. They'll converge on you and you will die. Okay. We're nearly out, look. We're nearly out! Yay! Anything at the edge here? Nope. So yeah, we know now what happened to the Baker family, what happened to Mia, and how Ethan got involved, and who Evelyn is. So it's pretty much almost every mystery of the game solved, but not quite. The big mystery, of course, is where is Evelyn? Everything we've seen of her thus far has been a projection. Why is the map here? I've never understood this. Why does it give you a map now? I mean, it's not like you're going to go back through, is it? I bloody wouldn't. Oh, where are we? We're back in the house. And, oh, there's Grandma's wheelchair. Mm-hmm. Oh, and the doll. That's not creepy at all. Not at all. So, who's left? Oh!
It's not here. It's gone. It's gone.
Yeah, so now Evelyn is going to assault us in the only way she knows how, and that is psychologically. E001. Uh-huh. You get it now? Who wasn't... Look, remember the family portraits, the pictures? Who was never in any of them? Grandma. That's because Grandma isn't Grandma. Grandma's Evelyn. Yeah? Lucas said in his email that she's dying. You know, she's shriveling on herself. And that's exactly what's happening. The little girl is gone and has been gone for a long time. Grandma. Oh. Ooh. There she is. Hey, Evelyn. What you want? Grandma has always been Evelyn. From the very beginning. And even the grandma that we've seen hasn't been grandma. It's been a projection of her. We need to find where she is in reality. Where she's projecting from. She's somewhere in the house. We just don't know where. Yet. I mean, it's a fairly good bet. Oh, shit. Back in the living room. Right back at the beginning of the game. And, oh, see? Look. And the doll's house in the fireplace. Well, symbolism! Yeah. The family is done. Look, in every single photograph, there is not one photograph in the whole house of grandmother.
Ethan, it's okay.
Fuck off!
It's okay.
Kill him, Mommy.
But you shouldn't have done that. It fucking hurts.
He doesn't want to be my daddy? Then he can die.
You creepy, creepy child.
Now it's Mommy's turn to kill you.
Yeah. It's sad, isn't it? I mean, what I get from this part of the game is incredible sadness. Sadness for the Baker family. I mean, the Baker family didn't do anything to deserve this. It's just luck. It's just pure, blind, bad luck for the Baker family. It's so sad. I mean, Lucas kind of deserved it, but the others didn't. Shut up, you. What I like about this as well is that it makes Ethan a kind of unreliable narrator. Ugh!
One of us. And then maybe you'll play nicely.
I'm not playing.
No! Get that away from me!
Want your help.
Oh, it is actually hurting us, that, by the way. She's attacking us psychologically. And look, the bullets are passing through. So cool. I love this segment. Love it. But the fact that Ethan is infected kind of paints him as an unreliable narrator now. His perceptions are distorted. And that makes going into Resi 8 very interesting indeed. Oh, look, the environment is warping around us. Things are getting weird. Okay. Well, there's only one more place to go. And that's up. Again, the variety of horror that this game contains is incredible. Oh, go away! This is all she can do now. She's getting desperate. She's attacking us with psychological phantoms. And... here she is. This is tricky. You've got to time it. She tries to blast you with like psychic blasts, and you've got to you've got to watch her, and every time she does it, you have to hold up an arm to keep her away, to keep yourself safe. It's really tricky. It's actually a very tricky puzzle, this one. And look, we're getting more and more hurt every time. It still hurts you.
No! No, no, no!
Oh. There she is, Evelyn.
You.
Why does everyone hate me?
Oh. 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 Again, it's more sad than anything, isn't it? Well, maybe not that. That's horrific. That's actually quite scary. Holy shit! It's Resident Evil, of course there's a big boss monster at the end. Of course there is. What did you expect? And it's a good one as well. In fact, it's probably one of the best. This thing is, it's not tough, it's actually quite easy. You just keep shooting it, you know, there's not much else to it. But it's brilliant. Ow! Ow! Look at it. Oh god! Shit! Hello? Oh! Ah. Uh-oh. Oh shit! Holy shit! This is bonkers! I love this. That's got to be one of the biggest, hasn't it? Well, like one of the biggest end monsters in any Resident Evil. Oh shit! Uh-oh. Shoot her! This is really tough.
I just wanted a family.
Oh, it is sad, isn't it? I mean, it's a monster, but it's sad. Oh, shit. It takes you right down to the wire as well, this. Deliberately. It takes you, like, right down to the point where you're just about to die. Okay. I recognise that voice. I think I know who that is. Okay, this is it. Yep. Goodbye. Yeah, this'll do for it. Oh, I think she's done. At long last, I think she's done. Look at that. Oh. Poor Evelyn. Can't help but feel a little sorry for her. I mean, come on. I'm sure Ethan doesn't. I'm sure Ethan is perfectly happy with the situation, but you know. Now, who are our mysterious saviours? One wonders. Presumably one of the many anti-bioweapon organisations out there. Hey there, man.
I'm Redfield.
It's Chris from Resi 1! Yay! Yay! A definite link between this game and the other Resident Evil games. I like that. Oh. And that, of course, that's a recreation of the ending shot from Resi 1. When you fly up from the Arclay Manor. Yay, they got her!
Mia. You made it.
Sort of.
I'm glad.
But is she alright? That's the thing. Yeah, did she? I wonder. It's always helicopters at the end of Resident Evil. It's always a helicopter flying away from the site of the atrocity. Like that.
They say that when one door closes,
Another opens.
No time to get philosophical now, Ethan.
A door closed tonight. And what a long night it was. But not just for me.
What, did that happen on just one night? Bloody
You and I
hell.
weren't the only victims here.
No.
So were the Bakers.
Hmm.
It was that thing, Evelyn, who made them that way.
The Blue Umbrella Corporation, yes.
And these guys are here to clean up the mess.
The Blue Umbrella Corporation are what the survivors
Losing Mia.
of the previous Resident Evil
Now
games
she's back,
created.
wants to start over. Put all this behind us. Maybe this is where the next door opens.
Maybe. Yay! Yay! That was great! I really enjoyed that. Brilliant, brilliant ending sequence here. Love this stuff. And that was my phone going off at the most inopportune moment. This is the full Don't Tell Aunt Rhody song, and it's ace. What a credit sequence, eh? It's creepy as hell, isn't it? I mean, it's about Evelyn, yeah? The lyrics are about Evelyn. Love it. Love it. What great imagery it throws at you too.